Our time is one of confusion. Days pass in a fog. A sense of being unmoored. The narratives and platitudes of the past, democracy, progress, a happy future, now mean so little. Events accumulate without any seeming relation. Familiar cycles of compulsively checking the news and then swearing it off. States of emergency correspond to our own inner panic. We have arrived at the crowning truth of the lie of politics. Society is riven by polarization. Liberalism at a loss, fascists taking to the streets, all presided over by the Congress of the useless. Meanwhile, the rich threaten us with starvation unless we buy into their latest schemes. Whole areas of the country left behind, anxious and in debt. Workers made redundant, the young uncertain, the elderly obsolete. Pills for everything, panic when our phones buzz and when they don't. Mental health crises that end in the ER, the psych ward, or by police shooting. Even the ground gives way beneath our feet, storm after record-breaking storm. The hottest year on record, again. A planet racing towards extinction. We are living through a catastrophe as much existential as it is environmental. An inner devastation, equivalent to the collapse of the glaciers, people cut adrift like so much sea ice. Another election, another prescription, another global accord, another pipeline, another day of action, another startup, another war. At times it seems like the only people with a hopeful vision for the future are the very ones who are hurtling us towards oblivion. Nowhere are hopes of saving the present order higher than in Silicon Valley. The hard truth is that we already live in a system of their design. Decades of shaping the world, one server farm at a time, integrating everywhere into the same realm of pure information and the same empty economy. If they get their way, the future will be one where life and data perfectly coincide. A future of everything and everyone tethered to apps, to fiber optics, to code, to satellites, to their endless screens, never again coming into contact with anything real. There are those who wish to preserve this civilization despite the failure they know that it is. Those for whom there exists only man, the governed. Those who would like to keep dragging us into the abyss. Then there are those getting organized to usher in a wholly different future from the one they would like us to have.
Living at the end means more is possible now than ever before. We must ask ourselves
whether we will be stuck living out the current order's fitful afterlife,
or if we will find the courage to finally be done with it.
We live in an era of mass revolt.
We must face up to the challenge laid before us.
On the horizon, outlines of a new kind of future have already appeared.
People everywhere are capable of overthrowing those who hold sway.
Everywhere, new struggles explode. People unite in search for ways out.
Spontaneously organizing massive acts of defiance and collective power.
Rediscovering the arts of existence in 100 unexpected forms.
Inhabiting where they are as somewhere unique and worth defending.
declaring themselves ungovernable, party to the war that's already underway.
Affirming another way of life and giving themselves the means to endure.
All that we need is already at hand.
They say it's the end of the world.
We say it's the beginning of the next.
We are partisans of the real, bearers of new worlds. From now on, every question can be answered differently.
This to me is comfort, this is real joy, something that is permanent, the world cannot destroy.